I'm going to show you everything you're going to need in order to do these routines, practice them at home, and get better from your IT band or MTS syndrome. All you're going to need is one rope, and I've used a housecoat rope, so it can be something simple like this. If you have something like a band or a TRX band, something that doesn't stretch too much is good. This is exactly what you're going to need. So if you just want to do simple like me, you can get your housecoat rope, and we'll put that off to the side. We're going to be using that. We also are going to be using the stick muscle toothbrush is what I call it, but if you don't have this, you can also use a rolling pin. So yeah, a simple rolling pin will just do fine. I know that everyone usually has one of these around the house. Not everyone uses them, but I'm sure that if you don't have one, they're super easy to find. I got mine at the dollar store, so grab one of these. You're going to be rolling out your muscles. It's going to feel great. Last but not least, we're going to be using a foam roller. So there's lots of different kind of foam rollers around. You're only going to need a small one. If you have a huge one, it's going to work as well. But if you are looking for a foam roller, I've also got this one from the dollar store. I always try and get things cheap and well priced. This is a great foam roller. It has some rivets so you have more into your muscle fibers, and it also has a nice soft surface, clean surface, so that you can really just get into those muscles that are really sore and roll them out. So grab all these things and let's get started. Here's some stretches that you can do to help with your IT band syndrome, or even just hamstring tightness or calf tightness. You can use a housecoat rope. That's what I'm going to be using, so it's nice and easy. You can also use a belt or a pet leash as well. So let's get started. So we're going to lie down on the ground, and if you can't get to the ground, you can always do this on your couch or on your bed. And all you're going to do is you're going to keep one foot bent and one foot is going to drive up towards the ceiling. But you're going to be putting your band or your rope on your foot. So you're just going to bring your rope around your foot, and then you're going to bring your leg up to as straight as it can be. Now we don't want to be bending our knee because then we're not going to get targeting those muscles that we're supposed to be stretching. So we want to keep your leg nice and straight, and then we're just going to slightly pull, just slightly. We don't want to push anything too far, and we want to make sure that our toes are facing down, they're coming down towards your face. And all we're doing is stretching this leg for about 30 seconds. So we're just going to be inhaling, exhaling. You can bring it a little bit closer if you feel you're confident. And we're just holding this stretch. Now all we're going to do next is we're going to be taking the band and we're going to be bringing it to one arm, and that's going to be your opposite arm to your foot. And you're just going to be bringing that other arm down to the ground and then slightly pulling over. And this is when you're going to be dropping those toes down towards the ground. And you're going to feel a really nice stretch along the whole band of that leg, the outer leg. You're going to feel it in your calf. You're going to feel it in your IT band. And we're just going to be pulling just as far as you're comfortable. Now again, try and keep your leg nice and straight and your toes pointing down towards the ground. When we're done, we're coming back up, and we always have to do the other side, even if the other side isn't bugging you. We always have to stretch out the other side so we create equal and create strength in both sides. So we're just going to be bringing that foot up as much as you can. Try and straighten it and slightly pull towards your body. Holding this for about 30 seconds, pointing the toes down. Taking nice deep breaths in, and every time you breathe out, try and bring it a little bit closer. Now remember, you can always be here. Just make sure your knees aren't bending and your leg is nice and straight. 2, 1. Bring the band together. Opposite arm holds the band, and we're just going to slightly lower our leg across our body and point the toes down towards the ground. This is going to get a really nice stretch in the side of your hip just gonna hold this stretch. And coming back up to center and back down. So it's very hard to stretch the IT band because it's in a really weird place for our bodies to bend and stretch. But what we're going to be doing for this next one is stretching our spine. And why we're doing that is because along the muscles in the back, we're going to be working and twisting them just so that they release and create a little bit less tension on our hips. So our hip flexors have a lot to do with our IT band tightness, and we really want to overcome this. We want to stretch out every part of our body just so we create this balance. So let's get started into this spinal twist stretch. This is called the spinal twist stretch, and if you aren't comfortable sitting on the ground, you exercise on the couch, just sitting nice and normally. So we're going to begin this exercise with our legs out in front of us, or if you're on a chair or couch, you're going to be just bending your knees. The next move you're going to be making is sending both hands to one side of your body and then twisting your spine, looking towards the back wall or wherever you are, looking towards the back of your body. We're going to be twisting your head as well, looking towards your shoulder over top of it, just to be getting that nice spinal stretch. Taking nice deep breaths in. This is going to really work the psoas muscle, which is really that huge muscle that connects our upper body to our lower body. Taking a nice deep breath in, and on the way out, we're going to be twisting to the other side. Now don't worry if you get a couple clicks and pops, that's always a good thing. It's your fascia moving around, that connective tissue holding our body together. And we always just want to release it, and this could be causing a lot of tension on your hips, and that could be causing a lot of tension and tightness in your IT band. So working the psoas and stretching it out is a really good idea. So all we're doing is twisting, we're looking over the shoulder if we can, if only our mobility lets us, and coming back and breathing. And that is the spinal twist. Try and do this one a couple times a day, definitely before you go to bed and definitely when you wake up in the morning, just to energize your body and get it ready for the day. So this is a great stretch for the IT band, and all you're going to do is you're going to be standing up nice and straight. Now if you need a little bit of balance, if you're not sure about your balance, you can always grab onto a table, a bench, a chair, whatever you're around for support. And all you're going to do is put one foot right in front of the other foot. And then we're going to be leaning to one side. So all you're going to be doing is bringing your hand down across the body, so we're going down that way. And we're just going to be reaching towards our knee. We're going to get a nice stretch through the side of our body. And we're just holding this stretch again for about 30 seconds. And if you need a wall, hang on to a wall. Taking nice deep breaths in. Try and pull the shoulder back. Tighten in the belly button to the spine. And raising up nice and slow. We're going to go to the other side, so just crossing the other foot. Whatever we do to one side, we always want to do to the other. And then we're bringing our arm down, hand on the hip, and sliding down our leg. We're going to feel a really nice pull in that side of our hip, and also the side of our obliques here, and the back a little bit. So just make sure that you're pulling down as far as you can. Taking nice deep breaths in and seeing what side is tighter than the other. If both of your IT bands are tight, usually it's just one, but if both of them are, you'll just notice what side's a little tighter with your stretch here. So the next one we're going to be doing is going to be very similar, but this one's called, I call it the ballerina. We're going to be putting back our foot right across the leg, and then we're going to be sending one arm over top, and we're just going to be stretching a little bit more of that IT band. We're going to be feeling it all the way up the upper body this time. And for this one, you can always roll your foot inward or you can keep it on the ground. It just depends how your body is. You're taking a nice deep breath in. Now remember, you can always hold on to something, a chair for balance, and then come up. Whenever you're doing something that involves balance, you should always look towards the ground, look in front of you to something that's not moving, and that's going to really help your balance as well. So we're turning again, we're going to the other side. My foot turns inward a little bit, and we're leaning to the other side. And we're raising our arm up and stretching. And coming back down. So these are your IT band stretches that you should be doing at least twice a day. IT band syndrome takes about 4 to 8 weeks to heal. Sometimes if you let it get worse, if you don't heal it, if you don't know you have it right away, then you're going to start feeling it in your lower body, so your lower leg, and that's going to feel like a shin splint. You're going to feel some calf tightness. So I'm going to be going over many different ways and methods to get rid of this tightness and get you back to your normal self.